Good afternoon. I am Renee Hall, and I am the advisor to the South Advocates of Michigan. And today we are super fortunate to have with us Karah Ley. And Karah is the project coordinator for Michigan Alliance for Families. She's going to talk to us today about their Leaders in Policy Advocacy Program, or LIPA. Karah?
Hi, Renee. Thank you so much for having me join today. And I'm very excited to share with you about Leaders in Policy Advocacy, which is also known as LIPA. And I do have some slides to share, so we'll go through them together. So LIPA is offered through a grant funding from Michigan Alliance for Families. To share a little bit about us at MOF, Michigan Alliance for Families serves as our statewide parent training and information center geared towards giving information and resources to parents of children with disabilities to help improve their educational success. We provide information, mentoring, and learning opportunities at no cost, including LIPA. This program is offered through the ARC Michigan, and if you're familiar with LIPA, it previously was offered through the ARC Michigan. So what is LIPA? It's a comprehensive 6-month training program and leadership development program designed for adults who live with developmental disabilities and parents of children under 18 with developmental disabilities. The program aims to cultivate empowered leaders within the disability rights movement. This is our 3rd year offering LIPA through Michigan Alliance for Families. As I mentioned, it was previously housed under the ARC Michigan, and to date, we have graduated over 130 leaders across the state of Michigan as leaders in policy advocacy. And with this 2025 cohort, we have even more emerging leaders coming. So the ultimate goal of LIPA is to educate and empower our participants on how to develop positive relationships with lawmakers and those who make policy as leaders in policy advocacy, hence the name, to really help us move the disability rights movement. Because you know the saying, nothing about us without us, right? So if that fires you up, I definitely encourage you to consider applying. And so the purpose of why I'm sharing all of this today is because LIPA does have open applications. We're accepting applicants throughout the entire month of February. And I do want to note that we do have to be very selective. We only are accepting 20 participants. So we do have a rigorous review of the applications. Again, you can apply throughout the full month of February, and then we make our selections in March and notify all the applicants then. I do have the link here included to apply. It's tinyurl.com/2025 LIPA. Later in the slides, I have also included a QR code as well to link directly to the application. So this slide shows a word cloud. I had asked our 2023 LIPA alumni to share one word to describe their experience, and it created this beautiful word cloud. The largest word you will see is empowering. That was the word used the most by that group to explain their experience. Next, you see phenomenal, and then life-changing, inspiring, and helpful. Those were other words used to describe what LIPA meant to them. And for me as the coordinator, my word would be transformative. It really is so rewarding to watch each cohort grow into empowered leaders throughout the 6-month training program and watch their transformation. So to go over some logistics, I included our 2025 training dates. These are very important for you to review first before applying, as LIPA is a serious time commitment. We ask that all participants do commit to attending all 6 of these training weekends, although in case of an emergency, we do allow for 1 excused absence if needed for any weekend other than weekend 1. Weekend 1 really is mandatory. So our training is offered in a hybrid format. So our first 2 training weekends will be held in Novi. And weekend 3 and 4 will be online. So we'll be doing Zoom trainings over those weekends. Weekend 5 in August will be in Lansing. And then our final weekend in September will be back where it all started in Novi. For our in-person weekends, I also do want to share that we provide the food, hotel stay for Friday nights if needed, and stipends in the form of gift cards to help assist participants with their travel costs or child or respite care needs. So our training topics, these are broken into weekend segments. We start with weekend one, covering disability history. We take a deep dive into that. It's really important to learn our history so that we can do better each time when we work to help for equality in our systems. So that is really the basis and foundation building where we start. Weekend two then moves into special education and assistive technology. Our online trainings cover a lot of content from housing, employment, public benefits, and then person-centered planning, self-determination, and alternatives to guardianship. Our final 2 weekends cover systems change. So this is really when it all kind of comes together for the participants and really being more effective in being leaders. And I do want to share some photos, which I think will give some more context on what we work on in LIPA. So this picture was taken last year. This is a few folks walking up to the Michigan State Capitol. So this is one of my favorite weekends, weekend 5 in Lansing, and it is because we do a group tour of the state capitol together. And then this is our group picture right after our tour and the front steps of the Michigan State Capitol. This is a tradition. We always get a group picture after that tour. So there everyone is excited with their LIPA shirts from a lovely day touring the Capitol. And weekend 5, as I mentioned, is one of my favorite weekends, and it is also because we do a mock testimony hearing. So you will see on the left is Brett Williams and Ellen Sugerhyman. They are our pretend legislators, and we have our leaders practice on preparing a public comment like they would if they were going into Lansing to testify for a legislative hearing. So this is us simulating that as real as we can so that they can get some practice on preparing and speaking their testimony. So this is a great exercise and really is transformative to watch. So here's our 2023 cohort graduation day. So you can see everyone is so proud and excited holding up their certificates. This is our first year offering LIPA through Michigan Alliance for Families, so we were very excited for this 2023 cohort. And then this is last year's graduation group. So again, everyone holding up their certificates, looking proud and excited after 6 months of training and growing together. And I do want to mention that each cohort really does become very close, a close-knit family that will have friendships that will last a lifetime. So it really does make a lasting impact for our participants. And the reason I'm sharing all this with you today is because your voice matters. And I will say now more than ever. And even if you don't apply for LIPA, I hope you know and never forget how important your story is and how you can make a difference in this world. So please, please remember that your voice matters. I'm wrapping it up with my contact information. So if you do have any questions, you can reach me at my email. It's karah@michiganallianceforfamilies.org. We also have more information on LIPA at our website, michiganallianceforfamilies.org/LIPA. You will also find some frequently asked questions there too if you have some more questions from what I'm sharing today. And here's our QR code. So please, if you're considering applying, pull out your phone, pull up your picture screen and hold it up to the screen, and you will be able to then get that QR code link directly to our application. Again, we are accepting applications throughout the entire month, and we hope to see you apply. So thank you. I don't know, Renee, did you have any questions?
I don't have any questions, but I have a couple comments. So I think this is an amazing opportunity for parents of youth to sit beside people with lived experience and get that kind of different perspective, maybe, that their children and loved ones, what they'll be experiencing as they grow older, right? I think that this is a really nice combination of people to be in a space together. It was also cool to see my colleague Brett there. Brett does the public policy committee support for Sam as well as the council. So it was fun to see Brett in his pretend legislator role. I think that's a really valuable experience for participants to have that practice because even though we know that our legislators are just like us, right? They're just people like us and they work for us. It's still scary to get in a space in front of people and have it be so formal and to testify in that way. So I think that is an invaluable um, practice space for them. That was great. And it was so fun to see all the familiar faces in the photos that you showed, right? All the people that have been really active in the disability community in those photographs was really cool. And I loved what you said about now's the time to use your voice, more important than ever right now. So Sam is
Mhm.
excited to be able to promote this for you. What an amazing opportunity. So I, like you, hope people will apply. It's just such a great chance for them to have their voice heard and to learn how to make it heard more easily and better. So thank you for doing this program. This is really fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you too, and for those observations. Yeah, the LIPA program was adopted after a national program called Partners in Policy
Hmm.
Making, which really does envision the shared learning of people with disabilities and parents, and really making those direct relationships. And like you said, for parents to be able to see adults living their lives and what that looks like maybe for their children to come. So absolutely, and very excited to be able to share this with SAM members. And we do have some graduates, LIPA graduates, who are SAM members too. So
Yeah,
lots of overlap here in our spaces, but definitely important work.
absolutely. Well, great. Well, thanks again for coming today. Super excited to be able to share this. We'll put a link to the application and a QR code on our social media. We'll share this everywhere. So we appreciate you, Kara. Thanks so much for coming.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks.